What I've been focusing on a lot lately is stepping outside of what is comfortable for me. Or what I should say is expanding my comfort zone. I think expanding is the most important thing to look at here because whatever it is that a person is familiar with, right, whatever it is that they're comfortable with, they're very likely to stay inside of that, right? Inside of that familiarity. Whatever it is that they grew up with, the beliefs, the ideas, the feelings, the behaviors, they're very likely to stay inside of that. And what I've been focusing on specifically is looking at how I spend my time. Um, Autopilot is something that has kind of limited my life for a long time. And that is something that I am expanding beyond now, right? I think that in a previous video, I talked about how I have kind of like a reminder for myself, right? When I'm getting comfortable. And it's important to not get comfortable in life, right? Because comfort usually leads to complacency, right? Being complacent, kind of just like settling, right? And that's a problem, especially if you're trying to expand and create new things in life, because what's comfortable is going to keep you trapped inside of that, right? Whatever it is that's familiar, whatever it is that you are choosing over and over and over again, right? If it's new, if it's something that's going to be beneficial for you and for your success, then it's a different story. But if it's, if you're going to sleep with the same mindset and waking up with the same mindset, you're going to just be continuing the same way of living. It's just that simple. And so to be able to expand beyond that is what's absolutely crucial here. So in my own life, the way that I've been seeing this unfolding is recognizing what it is that's most important to me, what it is that's familiar to me, what it is that I'm trying to create, and realizing that I need to expand beyond that I need to expand beyond that which has been familiar to me, that which has been comfortable. And sometimes it's challenging and sometimes it's actually much more fulfilling. And I look at myself and I ask myself, wow, why didn't I start this way of living eons ago, right? While it may seem stress inducing for somebody to manage their time so much that they're literally down to the T, right? Down to the second they're managing their time. I have to an extent tried this and I've found myself to be much more happy, actually. It's not stressful, it's just making me recognize okay, I have 24 hours in a day. Of those 24, I'm probably going to be sleeping somewhere between 6 and 8 hours, right? What am I going to do with the rest of those 24 hours? And just kind of this is an example to show that like when you really approach your time from an honest standpoint, recognizing what is absolutely most important to you, it transforms the dynamic of how you approach every single thing in your day, right? When you do something from a place of comfort and autopilot, you're going to see a very specific outcome, right? You're actually probably going to be far less energized. Why? Because you're doing what is comfortable, what it is that you're familiar with, what it is that you're used to. And what it is that you're used to is using you. And there's a good chance that you're not passionate about it because it could be something like complaining, right? Maybe if complaining is something that you're used to, something that you're familiar with and comfortable with, not that it leads to any happiness, it's just that it's something that you're used to. It's something that you're comfortable with. It gives you the same outcome. Familiarity and comfort is something that has a tendency to keep human beings stuck inside of a very specific way of living, right? It's only when we step into the unknown that we realize that there's far more available for us, far more potential for us. And if we don't step into that space of awareness, there's a very good chance that we're not going to end up doing what it is that we actually want to do, right? Create what it is that we actually want to create. So, comfort is something that needs to be expanded beyond. The amount of times that somebody might find themselves just drastically happier because they actually implemented these tools, an example, time management, an example, down to the T. Like, when you think about it this way, and I used to look at time management, honestly, and I used to be like, I don't know, right? But now, like, I look at it and it's like, time management isn't the issue. What the issue is that you're doing a whole lot of things that you're comfortable with, that you're familiar with, that you actually don't want to, you're just used to. You're being used, and it's on autopilot, right? You're being used by what's familiar. You're being used by what's comfortable to you. And if you were instead to take the things that are most important to you and just manage your time around those things, you would be drastically happier. And that's what happened. So it's very interesting to be in this space of awareness. When you take your time and energy seriously, that is seen and felt by other people, and then other people. Not everyone's going to, of course. You've got to, you've really got to, like, pick through and everything and all that stuff. But what matters is that you're doing it for yourself, and what matters is that you can do it for yourself. And when you see that unfold for you, it literally transforms how you live your life. But you really have to be conscious of what it is that you want, because, again, what you're used to will use you.